Hello and welcome. Today we're diving into something that's a huge deal for healthcare professionals in Turkey. We're talking about mastering the kind of English you need, not for an exam, but for the real world, for the clinic. We're going to take a look at a brand new program from sağlayabiliriz.com that's built to do just that.
So let me ask you something. You've got all this incredible medical training, right? Years of it. You're an expert. But when you need to talk about it in English, does it ever feel like your words just don't quite match your expertise? It's a super common, super frustrating problem, and it's exactly what we're going to unpack today.
You see, this is what we call the communication gap. It's this massive space between what you learn in a textbook and what you actually face in the clinic. It's the difference between theory and reality, and it can feel like a pretty wide chasm to cross.
Let's break it down like this. On one hand, you've got textbook English. It's all about exams, right? Memorizing grammar rules just to pass a test. But on the other hand, you have clinical English. And that's a whole different world. It's about connecting with people, showing empathy, and having rock-solid confidence when the stakes are high. Okay, so if that's the gap, how in the world do you bridge it? Well, this is where Medtalks Turkey steps in. It's a totally new way of thinking about language learning built specifically for healthcare pros who need to get fluent fast.
So what is Medtalks, really? At its heart, it's all about conversation. Seriously, forget about those boring grammar drills. This is about learning by doing. You're going to be jumping into case dialogues, role-playing real clinical situations, and getting instant, helpful feedback.
And this quote right here, it says it all. Not exam memorization, but the language of the clinic and daily life. The whole point isn't to get you a score on a test. It's to give you the exact words you need for a real conversation with a patient, a colleague, or an entire audience at a conference.
All right, so you're probably wondering, what does this actually look like? Let's pull back the curtain and see how this program is put together to build those practical skills you're looking for.
First off, this is not a one-size-fits-all deal. It's split into 4 super specialized streams. You've got Doc Talks for doctors, hitting on things like patient histories and presentations. There's Dent Talks for dentists, covering everything from managing patient anxiety to explaining complications. And of course, Pharma Talks for pharmacists and Nurse Talks for those crucial patient interactions. Each one is totally customized for your job.
And they know you're busy, so each session is a tight, focused 40 to 45 minutes. It's designed to pack a punch without wrecking your already crazy schedule.
Now, inside that session, there's a really smart 4-step flow. You start with a quick warm-up dialogue to get you going, then you dive right into a realistic case role play. After that, you'll sharpen your vocabulary with a terminology sprint, and you wrap it all up with personalized feedback that you can actually use right away.
And the learning doesn't just stop when the session ends. Nope, you get a whole toolkit to keep you going. We're talking study cards, pronunciation tips, and, get this, even a guide for nailing the pronunciation of those tricky medical Latin terms. Finally! You know, a program is only as good as its teachers, right? And this is where Medtalks really shines. They're bringing in a truly world-class level of instruction.
I mean, just look at this. Your instructors have teaching experience from some of the best universities on the planet. We're talking Harvard, Cambridge, the University of Toronto. These aren't just native speakers. They are expert educators who know exactly how to help you learn. So, when you put all of this together, what do you get? Well, it's about so much more than just learning words. It's about taking your professional confidence and turning the volume way up. Let's talk about the real-world results. First and foremost, you'll be so much clearer with your patients. And that means everything, right? It means building more trust, making sure they truly understand, and ultimately providing even better care because your communication is just flawless. And then there are your colleagues. Imagine all your professional interactions becoming smoother, more fluent. No more searching for the right word in a critical moment. Just clear, effective collaboration that makes your whole team stronger. Now this is a big one for anyone in academia. Think about it. Standing on a global stage, presenting your research and fielding questions from an international audience with absolute confidence. It's a complete game changer. And things just keep getting better.
get ready for the Medtalks podcast, which is coming soon. These are going to be short, bite-sized episodes, like 3 to 5 minutes long, perfect for practicing on your commute or whenever you have a spare moment.
So, let's just end with this question. Just imagine for a second that the language barrier was completely gone. Every single one of your brilliant ideas could be shared perfectly with anyone, anywhere in the world. What could you achieve then? What new doors would that open for you? Just think about